Hello, it's Marina, back from the Butterfly Effect, back from the brink yet again. Can't keep a good woman down, blah blah. This is Aquarius and Libra and Gemini for the next 7 days or so. You know, it is probably drift out for some of you. Some of you will be events that's already happened, they're playing out now, but I am going to clarify with Lenormand, which is very predictive and very of the moment, just to give it a bit more clarity. Aquarius, you have got the unending sadness of looking back, and this is a card that tells you need to let go of something. This is something that has already passed. It's an event, an experience, a person that belongs in your past, and you're at this stage of recreating it again and again. You know, the event itself, the experience, the memories, the conversations you had, the conversations you should have had. You're giving it way too much breath, way too much life, and it's already past. But this is because there's something in the past that has hurt you and you've not been able to process it. And now this card is telling you that the harm that you're suffering from now is only by your own hand. This is almost being a victim to your past, nursing that pain and bring it up every day, and it's telling you for your own sake you need to let this situation heal. It's come with the Four of Swords in reverse, which is obviously a card in its upright position of retreat, of recovery. And with the Four of Swords, especially in this deck, this is obviously the knight retreating or recovering from his battle. And he's having dreams of it. It's a bit of like PTSD in this card. And now with it being in reverse, it can be that, you know, you're kind of irritable. You sort of, you know, want to get out of this stagnant state. It can suggest that. I'm actually seeing it as just because of the oracle card attached to it, that it's just this never-ending story, this loop of what's gone on in the past that you've not been able to let go of. So every night you close your eyes and you're back there again, and you're reliving the whole thing over and over again. It feels exhausting. And it's the Devil, which is about obsessive thoughts, obsessive thinking. It can be about a number of things, and I've actually got my own mini deck for the Devil to sort of guide me as to what it specifically means. And I'm actually getting that this came through with alcohol and promiscuity. So this can be you or whoever it is you've been connecting with, maybe does have a drink problem, or maybe, you know, when they have, you know, a session, they go out and, you know, put it about a bit, you know. I almost feel this is like the walk of shame. Seven of Swords in reverse. Seven of Swords in reverse. I feel that there's a confession coming your way. This is something that is, you know, there's been cheating, there's been lying, someone's been obsessed with something, or has well, for a start, someone just can't let go of an addiction. The addiction might just be this endless regret about where they've slipped up badly in the past, or it can be that they just can't handle their drink, like too much to drink, and that involves promiscuity and sex, and it may be cheating, it may be a serial cheat. And with the Seven of Swords here, this is something that needs to be aired. If this is you, Aquarius, then it's saying that there's no more self-deception here. There is coming, I believe, a realization where you have, you know, pretended that this is maybe something that's manageable, or, you know, it's a situation where you got yourself into maybe once, maybe a number of times, and it's something that's cost you dearly. But as I say, it can be reversed. So show me the Four of Swords. That's the man. Four of Swords in reverse for Aquarius, please. Why is the Four of Swords in reverse? The heart. And So it's usually a romantic relationship when the heart comes into play. It's passion, it's desire, it's emotion, and show me the devil. The devil. The Book of Secrets. And the key. Yeah. This is where the Seven of Swords is coming into. Someone has got a secret that is literally preying on their mind, that is keeping them in this horrible, you know, feedback, negative loop, where all they think about is where they've gone wrong in the past and that they're not recovering from it. And with the key here, this is like opening someone's secret diary, basically. And it's all going to come spilling out with the Seven of Swords being in reverse. The Seven of Swords is a card of being caught either red-handed or wanting to get caught. Sometimes most criminals actually do have, you know, if they have some sort of conscience, actually want to get caught. But it can be a confession. So this is someone unlocking their secret diary here of, you know, the alcohol, the promiscuity, the cheating, whatever it may be, and you're going to get some answers with the key. The answer is also a card of resolution. Yeah, because with the clouds here and the Seven of Swords, this is like guilt times 1,000 amplified. The clouds is disturbance, it's trouble sleeping, it's depression, it's suspicion. It's a really confused, muddled mind here, and I think with this on the base of the deck, someone just wants to clear their conscience because they're not getting past it. It's not going to go away on its own. There's some sort of confession, there's some sort of secret to be revealed, Aquarius, whether it's you or whoever you're dealing with what someone has done under the influence of not only the devil but alcohol. And yeah, I mean, I am seeing the Death card under the stars. It may mean that this revelation, when it comes to you, this confession, may put paid to your relationship if you're in one, or it may just be that this is the end. This is what is required to let this go, to allow someone to move on. Okay, moving on to Libra. Libra, I was really excited about your cards because I got the Two of Cups, the Sun, and then I got the Knight of Swords in reverse here. So I've taken an archetype to see who this is. So you've got the Portal Keeper, which is a really incredible card. Never pulled it, and don't even think about it. You're soaking wet. I'm going to read you a bit of this. Seriously, don't. Okay, so I am seeing this is very a High Priestess card. I initially, before I read the description, I felt this is someone who's very protective about their own inner realms, their own private space, the Portal Keeper. I actually have a cat just like this that my sister brought from Egypt. He's literally soaking. And my hands are soaking, the chair is soaking. So I'm going to read you a wee bit from this because it really is awesome, from my new Lemuria deck. Thank you, Alice. As we become more sensitive and aware, we are more receptive to mystical experience. We can realise there are overlaying realities that seem just as real, if not more vibrant and profound than the familiar everyday one. There is a theory that space and time are constructs that allow our human minds to grasp sequences in chronological order and enable us to orientate and move forward through reality. Pudding, seriously, have a word. He's going to attack me now. His eyes have gone black. You got a cat like that? My cat's eyes literally change colour before he launches. If we unlock our mind's potential, what would we fathom that we can't now? There is information out there that isn't real to us until we glimpse it with our senses. The beings of Lemuria evolved with a different kind of intelligence. They were skilled at harnessing energy from natural and abundant forces such as crystals, the heart of the earth, and the moon. They could share complex information without words. The Lemurians operated in multiple realms at will and could disappear from human perception. Oh, crikey. Technically, they were in the same location, but in an overlaying reality, a parallel dimension, which could be very different. Think Stranger Things if you've watched that. Physically advanced people can sense discarnate souls, elements in nature, and spirit guides. They can also see information in energy fields. These perceptions, clairvoyance, clairsentience, or clairaudience, are still connected to this reality, but they are examples of what can happen when we raise our consciousness or train ourselves to the subtleties of what is happening around us. In essence, we share our physical location with overlaying beings and energies and can raise or lower our vibration to match and enter their realms of reality. Two people in an identical environment can have different experiences. One may thrive and enjoy the opportunities of the moment. The other may see only the negatives in the situation. Here, one or both parties may be traversing realities on a micro level. These micro realms may look very similar, but the way we feel, the reflections we see in others, and the way circumstances unfold are aligned with our vibration. So it's great to be... Oh, here it comes. I give up. So it's great to be conscious of our energy and the way we can optimize our experience of life. Like attracts like. It is important to keep this in mind if you are considering traversing deeper realms, as it is an endless rabbit hole. Please, pudding. Set your energy field to the highest good and ensure your intention is primed for the places you wish to journey to. Oh my gosh. Here we go again. Temporary reprieve. Okay, so it's great to be conscious of our energy and the ways we can optimize our experience of life. Like attracts like. It is important to keep this in mind if you're considering traversing deeper realms, as it is an endless rabbit hole. Set your energy field to the highest good and ensure your intention is primed for the places you wish to journey to. Traversing other realms is an innate ability that we all have. Young children have this skill intact as they are not yet convinced that it's not real. Animals, especially cats, also have this awareness. People who experience hallucinations may be perceiving multiple layers of information simultaneously. In the West, this may be considered a symptom of diminished mental health. In other cultures, this openness can be the mark of a shaman or seer and considered a powerful gift. The Akashic paradigm combines multidimensionality with the idea that everything is happening simultaneously. Thus, everything that has ever been and ever will be is occurring at this moment. By changing our vibration, we can access an ocean of collective consciousness, and this highlights the significance of portals. Portals are gateways to other layers of reality. They can be accessed through meditation and inner practices, or externally in places such as the planet's vortices. These places are usually sacred to those who are sensitive to energies and work closely with the earth. Often where ley lines connect, portals are places where the veil is thin and unexplainable phenomenon can occur. Bermuda Triangle. Earth's ley lines are similar to the meridian systems on the body. Chakras are also energetic vortexes. When we tune to them and the places on the body they connect to, we can access holistic information. This oracle deck includes 10 chakra seed cards which can activate these portals on the body. Portals are like an opening or rip in our usual veil of reality. If you feel pulled to explore this curious and vast topic further, it is wise to seek a mentor who is confident traversing these realities. However, simply understanding that there are dimensional layers can help you see between the lines, present in the knowledge that this reality is a fraction of the bigger picture. So how are you connected to your mystical self? How might you raise your vibration to access information that isn't normally perceivable? How can you lift your spirits and soar into wider awarenesses so you can see life from a heightened perspective? Okay, I know that was long-winded. I am sorry, but I find it fascinating, and I think it's really important because actually, as I say, Libra, your first two cards are terrific. You've got the Two of Cups. So this is a relationship. You may be in a relationship, you may be very new to this relationship, and you've got the sun, so everything is awesome. The Lego song. This seems really successful. Everything's really light and fun and joyful. It just seems awesome. And yet I was so disappointed when I saw the Knight of Swords in reverse here, and I felt that you smell, maybe not a rat, that's maybe too harsh a word for it, but you smell something is a little bit off here. And with the portal keeper, I'm seeing this portal behind the cat. This is like your own inner realms. This is your own private space. I think you're very cautious as to who you let in there. So you may be in a fairly new relationship and connecting with someone and having super fun, but there is a little part of you that is able to sense that maybe something is a little bit misaligned here. So you are, you know, as much as you're engaging and having fun, there is an undercurrent that I think that you're picking up on in terms of this person, because the energy is in reverse and this is the Knight of Swords. So it could be an air sign, but the Knight of Swords in reverse is someone who doesn't really see things very clearly. He doesn't act with integrity usually, because he's a warrior in his upright position. I mean, he's the guy that you want to take into battle with you. But when he's in reverse, he's someone who can be dishonorable. He's someone who can, you know, sort of leave his wounded on the field. He can be someone who's violent or deliberately cruel. But certainly he's someone who's out of their energy. And I did take the archetype of the teacher in reverse. So, you know, it might be someone who is a teacher or a mentor, someone who's sharing information with you. Maybe they seem to have more of an understanding in the subject. But with this in reverse, and it came out in reverse, this is someone who can manipulate or abuse their students. This is someone who has teaching negative traits and destructive skills. So let's have a look. Show me the Two of Cups for Libra. Why is the Two of Cups here? The dog. So if it's not, well, that is the heart. So this could be a friend. It can be a co-worker. It might be someone at your school or your university. A dog can be the other man sometimes, can be a policeman. It does have the heart at the base of the deck here. So this may be someone you're just connecting to as a friend, but you do have emotional attraction for them, or vice versa. There is love here as well. Sun, Libra. And the Garden. So this is about a meeting. This can be just a date. You're going on a date with someone. It does feel quite new, I have to say. This can be any sort of event, any sort of gathering. It can be, you know, a social get together. It can even be like, you know, a social media group, maybe a dating site, something like that. So, you know, you might be connecting with someone and, you know, you're getting on brilliantly, but there's something worrying in the back of your mind here. There's something that doesn't quite make sense, and that is because of your own, you know, perception, your own psychic abilities. You're picking up that something is a little bit off with this person. So let's have a look at the Knight of Swords for Libra for the next 7 days. Why is the Knight of Swords reversed, and why is the teacher here? Yeah. The fox. So the fox is someone who is fly. The fox is a trickster. The fox is a thief. He can be a scammer. He can be a liar. He's someone who makes a lot of mistakes. He's someone who's manipulative. So yeah, I think that's just what I was getting from the get-go, all from the Portal Keeper in itself. And I do have the book at the base of the deck here. So this is a secret. This is a mystery. There's something a little bit hidden. And I think you just smell that something's off. If it's not a rat, you smell a fox. And you're protecting your hens in your wee hen house here. So it is a slight warning, I would say, Libra. As much as on the surface it does seem really good, as much as on the surface it does seem really good, there is something. It doesn't need to be hugely negative, but This might be someone who just purports to have more knowledge than they actually do, who's maybe just trying to impress you, so they, you know, maybe, you know, ramp up their status. But no, this person has secrets. This person has secrets. So a little bit of caution, not massively, but you know, the Knight of Swords can be, you know, an absolute hothead. So it might be like all hot and, you know, fun and loving one minute, and the next minute it, you know, completely turns to trash. So Libra, that's your week. Anywho, Gemini, this looks absolutely awesome. The tarot looks awesome. This one is a wee bit sticky. So you have got the Witch at the End of the World with the Fairy of the Green World. Now, the first thing I got from that, Gemini, was jealousy. It's nothing to do with the cards, that's just what I see. The Witch at the End of the World is an important end and a new beginning. And the Fairy of the Green World is the natural world needs you. So maybe you're dealing with, you know, witches and fairies this week. It can't be bad. Now, the Witch at the End of the World is I find this personally quite a heavy card. I always remember pulling it just before the stock market went into free fall, just saying. So this is about there can be no more delaying, for the change has begun. So the best that you can do now is prepare for the change. This is a good change though, Gemini. There's bugger all wrong with this, so please don't fear. Find solutions to challenges that will come up when these changes come. So it may feel a little bit chaotic at first, because it often does with this card. She tells you that she's not wicked. You know, she is a witch, but she's not wicked. She's just here to tell you that, you know, something's run its course here. So you can see signs all about you. It might be in strange weather, it might be hurricanes, or, you know, whatever symbols you know, are around you that mean something to you. It's telling you there's something coming. So this can be major changes, mostly external events. My experience of this card, you know, with power outages or the economy, changes in your belief systems and what you value. It's big changes. And within the Fairy of the Green World, this can be about sort of paring things back and getting back to something that's a little bit more natural. This is about self-sustaining oneself. It's about horticulture and your environment, solar power, that sort of thing. It's sort of wanting to get back to basics. It feels like you want something a little bit more holistic, a little bit more organic than maybe what you've been dealing with here. So it feels like a big shift, but Gemini, it feels like an awesome shift. These are incredible cards. You've got your own card coming up with the Lovers here. So this can be that I don't actually think you're in a relationship with the Ace of Wands here. This feels new. This can be, you know, like love at first sight, divine love. It is a pairing. And a passionate one at that. This could literally be love at first sight. You might just be walking down the street and see someone and that's it. The Ace of Wands is, you know, passion and inspiration. But I'm seeing a little bit of jealousy again here. I don't really know where it's coming in, but I'm picking up some sort of jealousy. I mean, if this is not you, this could be something you're witnessing. But yeah, this is you're hot for someone here, Gemini, basically, with the Lovers here and the Nine of Cups. And this is a feasting card. This can be a card of overindulgence. Obviously, it's typically regarded as wish fulfillment here. I just see this as some sort of celebration and something that you're actually prepared to put some sort of effort into with the Three of Coins. So it could be something work related. Maybe a brand new partnership, a brand new business idea that's able to, you know, get the funding. Maybe in, you know, that sort of area with the natural world. So it feels like a huge shift, Gemini, and it feels like a really positive one. But let's have a look. What is the Lovers for Gemini? What's the Lovers for Gemini? I get the fucking coughing. Are you kidding me on? This is an ending. An ending. This is obviously the important end and a new beginning. So maybe, I don't know, if you're leaving one relationship going into another, if you're leaving some partnership and starting, you know, a brand new setup, a startup business. That's the Ace of Wands for Gemini. Ace of Wands, please. Yeah, this is business related with the Tower here. I feel that you're going to feel it's a bit chaotic, Gemini, when this kicks off, when this goes down. I am a little bit worried because with the Tower here, it can represent, you know, government, you know, big business mainly, and I'm seeing all this fire, and it's almost like a business is like burnt to the ground here. A partnership's ended. But whatever is going down, Gemini, it seems really positive. It seems like the way it should go with the Nine of Cups being here. It might initially make you feel really worried, but I think you're going to feel a lot clearer about things after the fact. Nine of Cups for Gemini. Okay, so we've got a female here. And the Whip. So this can be something coming back around again. The Whip's a difficult card. The Whip's about punishment. It can be casual sex. It can be someone who takes what they want by force. It can be exercise, you know, working really, really hard to get your Nine of Cups. I'm going to take something on the feminine to see if that's you. Do have the masculine, the base of the deck here, and the Three of Coins for Gemini. The Three of Coins for Gemini. This could also be an ending of isolation, because the Tower card can be about isolation. It's about protectionism. It can be arrogance and aloofness, and there's maybe something that inspires you sufficiently to move away from that. So maybe if there has been an ending of a relationship or partnership here, and you have been in isolation or feeling lonely, it can be a card of separation. There is some inspiration here to get your cups filled. That sounds bad, but especially with a Whip. Three of Coins, Gemini. Three of Coins. Where's the Three of Coins here for Gemini, please? Working there. He's working here. Cross. Cross is a card of suffering. It's karma. It's lessons. It's endurance. It's the cross we bear here. I don't know why I keep feeling it's not bad though, Gemini. And maybe that, you know, whatever you were involved in maybe was hugely successful, but it just gave you no pleasure at all. You didn't feel that you fitted in. You know, didn't bring you any pleasure. It was depressing. It was, you know, a lonely place to be. And now you're working really hard to get to somewhere you want to, but it does feel like maybe a step back, maybe financially. Three of Coins and the Cross. Yeah, there's the Sun, and I've got the Scythe at the base of the deck here. This is big changes. The Scythe is about cutting things out. It's also about reaping what we sow. Sometimes it can be something sudden, but it's like maybe a sudden clarity that, you know, you just want to make a shift. So maybe, as I say, what you're doing is in some way has been successful, was what you wanted, but it isn't any longer. I just want to have a quick look at the female here, because this could be you, Gemini, or the female you're dealing with. Who's the female? Bam, with the Whip. Messiah. Serving humanity with humility. Yeah, it feels more like you're going in a direction that is more, I'm crikey, maybe not. Got the Prostitute at the base of the deck. Okay. Did that come out in reverse? I don't know. Show me the female. Oh, I don't know. I've got a prostitute and a monk and a nun, so I don't know. very, very different energies. I mean, obviously one is selling oneself for money, and the other is, you know, self-sacrifice, devotion, loyalty to spirit. I don't know. Gemini, you'll know your story. I feel you're making a major shift here, basically. The witch at the end of the world is always an important event change. And I just feel with this combination and the way they come out that it was sort of being, you know, pared back and gone back to something more organic and natural that, you know, would probably be more fulfilling than what you're doing. But it's not something that's going to be particularly easy, but it may be ultimately satisfying. Okay, that is your air sign readings. Please like, subscribe if you would. Obviously I've not been doing many readings recently and the subscribers have dropped down a wee bit here, so if you would like to share it, that would be super awesome. In the meantime, look after yourselves and I'll talk to you soon.